How good is Jordan Harris, prospect of the Montreal Canadiens? I mean, it's been a long time since we made a video talking about some Habs prospect, and since I never really talked about Jordan Harris, I think that he's the right one for this video. I mean, I've talked about Logan Mailloux, I've talked about Justin Barron, I've talked about Caden Goulet, but I never talked about Jordan Harris. He signed last year his entry-level contract. I think it was a 2-year deal. He used the first year of the contract at the end of the season last year with the Canadiens. He played in a total of 10 games and he got 1 goal for 1 point. He actually was a +3, which is really good judging by the fact that the Canadiens were getting scored a lot. And at the end of the season, it was a lot. So after there was a lot of controversy surrounding if Jordan Harris was going to sign with the Canadiens or test free agency at the end of the season, because Mark Bergevin, back when he was still with the Canadiens, had stated that Jordan Harris wasn't going to sign with the club. But since Kent Hughes and Jeff Gorton know the guy pretty well, they were able to sign him to a 2-year deal, and now there's 1 year left on that contract. Jordan Harris just got 22 years old. He played 10 games in the NHL, like I said, and he's a guy from the USHL and from the college programs of the United States. He's a really good two-way defenseman. He plays good defense and he has a good first pass and really good offensive vision. But I'm not sure yet about what he's going to bring into the NHL. Is he going to be a top 6, a bottom pairing, a top 4, or even a top pairing defenseman? I really have no idea, but from what we saw last season, I think he was pretty solid. Like in the last 10 games he played, I think he was doing pretty close to what Romanov was doing, and a lot of people really loved what Romanov was doing. Like, don't get me wrong, he does not have the physicality of Romanov, but his first pass reminds me a lot of him, and the way he plays defensively also reminds me a lot of Romanov. So I think that Jordan Harris needs to play some games in the AHL next season. I don't see him playing with the big club in the NHL. I would give him some top pairing time in the AHL, some power play time to give him some confidence and see where he's going, because I think that with the defensive prospect, they need to dominate the AHL first before coming into the NHL. Because when you rush them too much, you end up with some Victor Metes, you end up with those type of guys, and we don't want to rush a guy like Jordan Harris that has a lot of potential. So I'm really hyped to see how he's gonna do, and like I said, I want him to go to the AHL, play with the Laval Rockets, and if he does well in the first half of the year, why not recall him after we trade a couple of guys back at the trade deadline? So yeah, let me know what you guys think about this. It's been your boy Tropical NHL, and I'll see you guys later for another video. Bye bye.